now like to introduce you to Morag Walker, who's our project assistant.
Hi, I'm Morag Walker, the Project's Assistant at Solway Firth Partnership.
So this year we went on 3 visits for the Coast is Clear project. So we went to Durness in the north of Scotland, we went over to Ireland, to Dublin and to the Isle of Man. And they were 3 very different projects looking at how different places dealt with the litter on the beach, sea plastic, and how they cleared it and what they did with the end product that they were getting. I'll put together some slides for some of the key points that we discovered whilst on all the different visits.
The aim of the Coast is Clear project was to research and report on innovative solutions to removing, recycling or repurposing litter from historic litter sinks where marine debris has built up. The total cost of this project was funded through the Leader Cooperation Fund. I planned and attended each of the visits along with other Solway Firth Partnership staff and a range of volunteers. 3 research and fact-finding trips were planned to discover more about how other areas had dealt with the issues of marine plastic, the circular economy and beach cleans. The project took place between September 2019 and March 2020. The first visit was to Plastics at Bay, a small community interest company based in Durness at the very northwest point of the Scottish mainland. The project was co-founded by Julian Moreau and Joan Darcy. Julianne and Scott, the beach clean ranger, took us down to Balconneil Beach to show us the types of beach litter that they found and how a detailed knowledge of an area helps to target cleaning more effectively. Next, we went back to their base to sort and weigh what we had found and see how they clean and process the plastic that we find. We created various recycled items in the workshop. In the plastics lab, they test innovative ways to recycle and reuse marine plastic, research the distribution of the plastic they find, as well as highlighting the circular economy and the problems of marine plastic to visitors. We discovered the values of using a scientific approach to measure the problem of plastic pollution and create clean beaches. Next, we travelled to Dublin and the Clean Coasts Project, a voluntary organisation which covers the entire coast of Ireland. Sinead McCoy and Richard Curtin kindly gave up their time to provide a vast amount of helpful information on their projects, campaigns and events. 1,200 groups are currently registered with them, supported by 12 local officers. We were able to find out loads of helpful information on how they got started and how these groups work. We discussed a whole range of ideas that they had found successful, such as roadshows and workshops that covered a wide range of topics, including birdwatching, yoga on the beach, games and sports and crafts, problem solving, mental health awareness, talks and guest speakers, how to write funding applications, and practical conservation activities. Also, some countrywide big events which were used for publicity and gathering data. And campaigns like Clean Flush, Think Before You Flush, and Beat the Microbead. Linking with existing events and groups, from large festivals to small community activities, and carrying out 2-minute beach cleans
also allowed them to reach a large audience.
Being in Dublin, they had great access to a wide range of companies willing to take part and fund different activities. Although our access to this is much smaller, they provided a range of useful hints and tips. The group also coordinate a range of other projects. Love Your Coast is a highly successful photography competition which gives excellent publicity to all of the projects and provides a way to reach out to smaller corporate sponsors. Ocean Heroes is an award that recognises those already in their network and their commitment to it. The Green Coast Award is an international award which gives more established groups something to work towards. The final visit was to the Isle of Man, who have been exceptional in the creation of rubbish-free beaches. They have been recognised as having the cleanest beaches in Europe. We were given a presentation by Bill Dale, the founder of Beach Buddies, a community group who works closely with the government and local schools and businesses. They run beach cleans at different locations every Sunday, lasting about 90 minutes, and have had a huge impact over the whole island. We were given a tour of the Western Civic Amenity Site by its committed and enthusiastic manager Mike Rose. This is a great example of best practice, and he has brought in many initiatives to help improve recycling and reuse in the area. He has designed and built and resourced a mobile classroom which is taken to schools to teach recycling and reuse. Next, we were given a tour of the Sewage Energy from Waste plant by John Garrett, the plant manager. This was followed by a discussion session with Neil Gray from the Isle of Man government, who told us the pros and cons of the system, which is used to divert the waste that cannot be recycled and previously would have been sent to landfill. A wide-ranging discussion was held with Rowan Henthorne, who has the responsibility for writing the plastics plan for the Isle of Man government and their strategy for the reduction of single-use plastics. They are considering bringing out simple guides for best practice. We were then able to widen the discussion to cover other aspects relevant to Solway Firth Partnership, such as the biosphere, marine planning, renewable energy and cooperation between the Isle of Man and the Solway. In the evening, we were hosted by the government to meet with elected members, and the following day were given a tour of the island and a chance to discuss many relevant issues and points of contact between the areas. Particular thanks must be given to Richard Selman from DEFA, who helped coordinate such a useful visit. A detailed report has been produced on all the findings, which will hopefully be useful for Solway Firth Partnership in future projects, as well as for the volunteers and groups they represented.
Morag for that update. That's really interesting.